However, for you should be above it. The Lord forgives you.
Have mercy on me, according to your unfailing love. Your great compassion's my driving force. Forgive me my trespasses. Therefore, Lord, cleanse me of my sin. Therefore, Lord, cleanse me of my sin. By your love forgiving, Father, mercy on the sins against you. Fill me with your joy and gladness, and renew my steadfast spirit. Hide thy face away from my sins, blot out all my iniquities. Hold me with your willing spirit, put in me a righteous temper. Lord, do not cast away me from you. Lord, do not cast away me from you. Teach me and I will be wise. Purge me and I shall be clean. Wash me and I'll be whiter than snow. Create in me the cleanest heart. But Lord, do not cast away me from you. But Lord, do not cast away me from you. Lord, come within and hold me close to you, and I shall sing your praises in songs of deliverance. By your love forgiving, Father, mercy on the sins against you. Fill me with your joy and gladness, and renew my steadfast spirit. Hide thy face away from my sins, blot out all my iniquities. Hold me with a willing spirit, put in me a righteous temper. Lord, do not cast away me from you. Lord, do not cast away me from you.
Amnon. Amnon, why do you look so haggard? One would think that the son of a king, especially the son of King David, would have just a few problems.
See, that's where you're wrong, Jonadab. son of a king has many problems. Just like the common man.
What is wrong? Tell me.
Jonadab, I think I am in love with my sister, Tamar.
Your sister.
Well, my half-sister. She is Absalom's sister.
Amnon, you cannot be uncertain about these things. Do you truly love her?
Yes, I do, but I do not know how to proceed.
I have an idea. Lie down on your bed and pretend to be ill. Then ask your father to send Tamar to tend to you.
And then I will get her to myself. Your plan is good. Thank you, Jonadab.
Amnon, it is just a suggestion. Be wise.
I must ensure that I get Tamar entirely to myself. Messenger!
Your Highness.
Please tell my father that I'm ailing, and I would go to meet him if I were able, but I'm not, and I humbly request his presence.
As you wish, Your Highness.
I'm not my son. What is wrong?
Father, I thank you for coming. I do not feel well at all.
What do you need? Shall I send for something?
Father, please let my sister, Tamar, come and make me some food.
Of course.
So I can eat it from her hand.
Of course. I shall command Tamar to come and attend to you. May God take away your illness, my son.
Amnon, you sent for me?
Tamar, you're here. Come, lie with me.
No. No, my brother. Do not force me. Such a vile thing is not done in Israel or anywhere.
Come here. Do not.
How dare you even suggest such a thing? I cannot carry the shame you provoke in me. You are no better than any scoundrel on this street.
Tamar!
He hurt me, Absalom.
Who did this to you, sister? Tell me his name.
It was our half-brother, Amnon.
Amnon.
He forced himself upon me, Absalom. And then he shouted at me and asked me to get out. He asked his guards to put me out of his presence. As if my very being disgusted him. After what he did to me, the shame.
How dare he? How dare he even lay a finger on you? Come on, please do not cry. Be quiet for now, my sister. I shall take care of things.
Own son and the king's own daughter. A scandal like this has not swept through Israel since when Queen Bathsheba first entered the king's life. That was several years ago. It is of hardly any relevance now. That is true. But how could the king's own son do something as cruel as this to his own sister? Has Amnon not inherited any of the king's virtues? It is said that Amnon, influenced by his friend Jonadab, called Tamar, his own sister, to his room to tend to him while he was sick. It was then that he took advantage of her and violated Tamar. Imagine his own sister. How did the king react? He is furious, of course, but the king's son, Absalom, is said to be the angriest. There is a very special bond between him and his sister, Tamar.
Make way! The king arrives! Make way! The king arrives! Make way! The king arrives! Make way! The king arrives!
Father, how can you let Amnon go unpunished?
He is my firstborn, Absalom. I'm well aware of his dire crime, but I cannot just throw away a lifetime worth of bondage. He's not going unpunished, but I cannot take any further action.
He raped my sister, your daughter. Does that not disgust you?
It does, but I have no more say in this. Amnon will live and Tamar will be cared for.
He does not deserve to live. Neither birth nor bond has a place in common moral understanding. Father, he should be punished.
I cannot and will not do anything more, Absalom. You must understand.
Then I will make sure Amnon is brought to justice. He has disgraced my beautiful sister and stripped her of her dignity. Such an act cannot go unacknowledged. Even if Father does not find the need to reprimand the evil Amnon, I do, and I shall. Messenger!
Your Highness.
Tell my servants to call my brothers to attend the... I shall prepare a feast in a week's time, and all my blood brothers are invited to attend. Tell them that.
As you wish, Your Highness. It will be a fine feast. It will be Amnon's last feast.
Your Majesty,
What brings you here?
I must see the king. It is of utmost urgency.
And what does your news concern?
Absalom has killed Amnon.
What news do you have for me, messenger?
Your Majesty, Absalom hosted a feast at Balhazor for all of your sons. Amnon was present. He was fed exotic food and was soon drunk of Absalom's wine. Absalom then had his servants kill him.
How dare you? Amnon was in the wrong, but it was not Absalom's right to kill my son. And where is he now? Send for him!
Your Majesty, I do not know of his exact whereabouts, but I have heard that he's fled to Geshur to seek refuge under your maternal grandfather, King Talmai. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty.
This is not your fault, boy. Do not worry. You may leave now. Thank you for your service.
And he has fled to Geshur. He knows I cannot track him down now. How dare Absalom kill my son? It was not his place to take revenge. He should know better than to kill his own brother.
David, calm yourself. Amnon was wrong to be with Tamar. Absalom is understandably angry.
But to the point of murder of his own brother.
Amnon did almost the same with his own sister.
This is different. Absalom is turning to evil. I only hope his soul is saved before it's too late.
And Absalom, he is the most handsome man in all of Israel. Even I am envious of his long, flowing locks of hair.
I must confess, it is good to have him back in Jerusalem again. He has been gone for too long. He was in Geshur, was he not?
Yes, but all of Jerusalem is rejoicing now that he is returned.
All of Israel is rejoicing.
There is something about his presence. He commands the love and attention of all who set eyes upon him.
I remember I heard him speak once, and he spoke with such clarity. He promised justice for all if he was appointed the judge in the land.
He also treats those who approach him with such respect and humility. He kisses the hands of those who come to pay him obeisance.
Everybody adores Absalom.
And with good reason.
I need you to set Joab's barley field on fire. I've been trying to get his attention for too long now, and this will surely bring me to his notice. Go and do it at once. Thrice I have tried to contact my father through Joab, and each time he has ignored my request. He cannot ignore me now that his field will be on fire. It is important that Joab helps me. Only then can I get father to forgive me. He is the only one left in the realm who has not, and it is imperative that he does.
The meaning of this, Absalom? Why did you order my fields to be lit on fire? You've had enough of your troublemaking! Jerusalem was peaceful during the 3 years that you were gone. What is it that you want?
I simply want to meet my father. I have been in Jerusalem for a long time now, and have still not been in the king's presence. Let me go to meet him. If there is guilt in me, let him kill me.
I shall inform him, Absalom. But watch yourself. Do not overstep your boundaries.
He tells me not to overstep my boundaries. I, above all, am well aware of my own limits. And soon, the whole of Israel will be aware too.
Absalom has become king at Hebron. Absalom has become king at Hebron. Absalom has become king at Hebron.
Joab, it's good to see you.
David, Absalom has requested your presence. He's been wanting to meet you for a while now.
Absalom. 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 The pain he has caused me has lessened over the years, but I am left numb because of it. And I loathe thinking of what havoc he could release upon Israel now that he has returned.
He seems to want to make amends. And the people, they all love him. They sing his praises.
Do they? Absalom has always had his way with the people.
You do not believe his intentions are genuine.
I shall forgive him, for he is my son.
I shall take leave of you now.
Father, I have come to ask forgiveness.
I forgive you, my son. You have been estranged long enough.
Father, I would like to go to Hebron and pay the vow that I had made to the Lord, a vow that I had made in Geshur.
Of course, you have my leave to go to Hebron. Go in peace.
Sometimes it is so easy to make people see what I want them to see. I shall go to Hebron and pay the vow and return to Jerusalem as king of Israel. I shall be king. You boy! Tell my servants to go about their duty. They shall inform the people to declare me as king in Hebron. And as they hear the sound of my victorious trumpet, I shall be king.
And what do they say?
The hearts of the Israelites have gone after Absalom, my lord. They have declared him king.
This cannot be. Is he still at Hebron? I should have never let him go.
Your Majesty, he is still at Hebron, but he is marching towards Jerusalem, and all the people follow him.
Get up! Let us flee, or there will be no escape for us from Absalom. Hurry over, or he will soon overtake us and bring disaster down upon us and attack our city. I have decided we must leave Jerusalem. Joab, inform the attendants. We have to flee Jerusalem.
Your servants are ready to do whatever our lord the king desires.
Absalom is wreaking havoc on Israel. I have decided we have to flee Jerusalem.
The food supplies have increased immensely. Who was kind enough to provide the king with so much?
It was Ziba, servant of Mephibosheth, grandson of Saul.
Then, where is Mephibosheth?
Ziba has claimed that his master has betrayed the king as he wishes to obtain what was once his grandfather's kingdom.
Betray the king? After all he has done for Saul's family. What was Her Majesty's response to this?
The king has given everything that was Mephibosheth's to Ziba. The former holds no favor with the king anymore.
Well, he shouldn't.
It appears that we have reached Bahurim, Your Majesty.
Yes. Who is that man walking towards us?
He is Shimei, son of Jira.
And why is...
Get out! Get out, murderer! You scoundrel! The Lord, He has repaid you for all your sins. The household of Saul, in whose place you have reigned. The Lord has given your kingdom into the hands of your son, Absalom. Here, just got that road because of his sins.
How dare this son of Jira curse my lord the king? Let me behead him.
It does not matter what he says. For my own son, my own blood is trying to kill me. Leave this Benjamite alone, let him curse, because the Lord has told him to. It might be that the Lord will look upon my misery and restore me his covenant blessing instead of his curse today.
You're a murderer! You are a murderer! Murderer!
I've been meaning to thank you, Ahithophel, for your counsel this past few weeks. It has been indispensable.
Oh, my king, it has been my honor to serve you. Your cause is great, and I believe that your reign shall be greater than your father's before you.
Thank you, my friend. Your support goes a long way.
You must believe, my lord, that I only have your best interests at heart.
Long live the king! Long live the king!
Hoshai, is that you? Is this the love you show to my father, who's supposed to be your friend? You are a disloyal man. If he was your friend, then why didn't you go with him?
No. The one chosen by the Lord, by these people, and by all the men of Israel. His I will be, and I will remain with him. Furthermore, whom should I serve? Should I not serve the Son just the way I served your father, King David? I will serve you.
Do not trust him, my lord. He is your father's spy.
I will not trust Hushai. His sense of loyalty seems to be weak. Thank you for pledging your services to us. You may leave us now.
Which direction will you take now, my king?
Give me your advice. What should I do to consolidate my power?
To consolidate your power, there is one way. You must openly defy your father David. Only then will the people see you as the powerful man that you are.
And what should this act of defiance be, Ahithophel?
You must sleep with your father's concubines. Then the people will see that you have made yourself obnoxious to your father. The hands of everyone with you will be made more resolute. Your actions will sound a clear siren of defiance.
Yes, a clear siren of defiance.
So, he falls into my trap. Just like his father before, he trusts my advice implicitly. How easy it is to run circles around these royals. They all think that my counsel is akin to consulting an oracle of God. Absalom's spontaneity will be easier to manipulate than David's nature. I shall ensure his quick succession to the throne of Israel. But then, soon, all power will be mine. The entire kingdom will be under my grasp, and Absalom, he will be just a puppet on my throne. Yes, he will comply with my every wish. After all these years, I've come to realize it matters not who sits on the throne. It matters who controls it.
Ahithophel, I have already made arrangements for the next assault on my father's
Excellent, my lord. Your efficiency is what will set you apart as the greatest ruler Israel has ever seen. If I may suggest ever so humbly, sire, that I may take 12,000 of your finest men and pursue David this very night. The attack will throw him into a panic, and everyone with him will flee. I will then bring back your father David, whose life you seek.
Do you think it would be a wise course of action?
Of course, your majesty. To achieve great power, one must be ambitious. If I may take leave of you now, sire.
It is true that one must be ambitious, but not over-ambitious. I shall consult Hushai and compare his advice to Ahithophel's.
I cannot believe he did that.
I know. Absalom was actually with all of his father's concubines.
such a sign of rebellion against his father?
Yes. It is believed that Ahithophel has a lot of power over Absalom and that Absalom does just what he says.
There are also rumors that his friend Hushai is actually King David's spy.
Absalom is not as good a king as our King David was.
It is true. I cannot be exact, but there is a difference in their reigns.
Israel was a safer place in our King David's hands.
Let us hope that we can feel that security again.
Oh Lord, what has Absalom done? He has consulted Hushai. He consulted David's spy. Of course Hushai would advise him not to attack the king. And of course he would tell him of the Absalom's plans. Absalom's stupidity would lead to his downfall. To my downfall. David knows of my duplicity now. Absalom should have listened to me. If he did, he would have enjoyed greater power. I would have enjoyed greater power. No more. Absalom's reign will not flourish. His reign will end.
I have just seen Absalom hanging from an oak tree.
From a tree? What do you mean, from a tree?
He was riding on his mule through the forest when his hair caught in a branch of a tree.
Now he is struggling to free himself.
It appears that he is trapped. Why did he not strike down the enemy when the opportunity presented itself? I would have rewarded you with 10 shekels of silver if you had done it.
Even 1,000 shekels of silver will not persuade me to lay a hand on the king's son.
You forget that he is our enemy now.
We are at battle with him, but he remains still the son of our king.
Who would dare attempt to kill him?
Did you not hear the king forbid us from being too harsh with Absalom?
Absalom is a rebellious son who drove his own father out of his rightful place. I shall not stand and watch as the enemy escapes. I will avenge King David's humiliation. I shall slay Absalom! Take me to him! I command you!
Let us hope that he is carrying pleasant news.
All is well. Praise be to the Lord, for he has delivered up those who rose against the king.
How is Absalom? Is he safe?
There was confusion as I left the forest, but I do not know what it was.
Joab has sent me bearing good news, Your Majesty. The victory is upon us.
And what is the state of Absalom?
May the enemies of the king and all those who rise against you be like that man.
Do you mean to say Absalom? Absalom, my son. My son. If only I had died instead of you. Oh, Absalom. To lose you like this in a battle against you. Oh, how shall I live with this guilt and regret? My son,
Absalom. Absalom, my son is dead.
Your Majesty, we have been victorious, but your people are mourning. They who have fought and died and have saved your kingdom, they need to be encouraged and appreciated. You have lost your son, but if you do not acknowledge your people, you might lose them too. I implore you to be the king your subjects deserve.
You are right. Gather the men. We are returning to Jerusalem.
I implore you to forgive me, Your Majesty. Do not remember how your servant did wrong. On the day my lord, the king, left Jerusalem, may the king put it out of his mind. For I know I have sinned. But today I come here as the first from the tribes of Joseph to come down and meet Your Majesty as you return victorious.
Forgive. Shimei should be put to death, Your Majesty, for daring to insult the Lord's anointed.
How does this concern you? What right do you have to interfere? As king of all Israel, I shall decide if anyone is to be put to death. You shall be safe. I give you my word. Ensure that such a situation does not arise again.
My gratitude is beyond words. I shall forever be loyal to you.
Long live Your Majesty.
Mephibosheth, I expected you to accompany me as I left Jerusalem.
My king, since I, your servant, am lame, I had my donkey saddled and was to accompany you. But Ziba, my servant, betrayed me and slandered me in your eyes. But Your Majesty is like an angel of God. I would never dream of betraying you. All my grandfather's descendants deserve nothing but death from the king. But you gave a place among those who eat at your table. What right do I have to make any more appeals to the king?
Why say more? I forgive you, and I order you and Ziba to divide the land.
Let him take everything, now that my king has returned home safely.
It is Barzillai. He had provided for Your Majesty's stay in Mahanaim.
I thank you for your help. Come with me and stay with me in Jerusalem, and I shall provide for you.
How many more years will I live that I should go up to Jerusalem with the king? I am now 80 years old. Can I tell the difference between what is enjoyable and what is not? Can your servant taste
what he eats and drinks? I will go to the Jordan with my Lord for a short distance, but why should he reward me in this way? Let me return that I may die in my own town, near the tomb of my father and mother. But here is a servant, Kimham. He will go to the Jordan with my Lord. Do for him whatever you wish.
Kimham shall come with me, and I will do for him whatever you wish. And anything you desire from me, I will do for you.
I desire that Kimham be in your favor. That is all I desire, Your Majesty.
My lady, what ails the king?
It is not known. Although we cover him with clothes, his body does not stay warm.
May we put forward a suggestion, my lady?
If it may help the king, do not hesitate.
Let a young virgin be sought for my lord the king, and let her wait on him and be his attendant.
Will it help him?
Yes, my lady. He will be in the purest of company at all times.
Find one for him then. I shall relate the suggestion to the queen. If a young virgin's company shall aid our Lord's recovery, we shall do all that it's in our power to help him. My lady, the young virgin who we believe will help the king's health is here. May I bring her in?
I am still doubtful about the whole matter, Deborah. Are you sure that her presence will aid the king's recovery?
I cannot give you any absolute assurance, my lady, but there is a high possibility that her pure and youthful presence may help.
I am deeply concerned about my lord's health, Deborah. Nothing seems to help. We have tried every other possibility. If the virgin's presence is essential for his recovery, then we must not wait any longer. Bring her in.
My lady, this is Abishag the Shunammite. She is the one we have found to help the king.
Thank you, Deborah. You have been of much help in these distressing times. Come here, child.
My lady, I shall do my best to be of assistance to you.
It is not I who requires your assistance. The king needs your help. You are to constantly be by his side and attend to him. He is old and ill, and he needs your youth and vitality to recover himself.
I do not fully understand.
You are to be his constant companion. Your presence is said to be beneficial for the king, and therefore, you shall help nurse him back to health.
It would be an honor to serve the king.
Then, it is an honor to have you serve him. This is Abishag. She is the one I spoke to you of.
My child, you are as beautiful as my wife said,
Thank you, my lord.
but you are like a daughter to me. Thank you for coming and attending to an old, ailing man like me.
You are my king. It is my duty to serve you.
And as your king, I accept your service and promise that no harm shall ever befall you.
Abishag seems to be doing her duty well. She has barely left the king's side.
It is exactly what the king needs. His health has improved since she has arrived.
That's not the only thing that has improved since her arrival. The number of men in court have increased too. But you cannot deny that Abishag is beautiful.
All the men's eyes follow her.
But she has eyes only for the king.
And he takes care of her in his own way. You do not think that?
The king and Abishag?
The thought has crossed my mind.
Of course not. Our king is far too virtuous. He would never be disloyal to Our Lady Bathsheba. But he has strayed in the past. But he has learned from his mistakes.
But Abishag is always with him.
He is required to be. He sees her like a daughter. How can you be so sure? I have utmost faith in our king. He would never be disloyal to Our Lady.
Surely he finds her irresistible.
I have heard the king address her as if she were his daughter. He would never know her in any other way. You're right. King David is beyond all doubt.
You are right, Naomi. The king is beyond all doubt. You all must be ashamed of yourselves in engaging in such frivolous talk and insinuating such preposterous lies about the king. Get back to work, all of you.
Priest Abiathar, now that my father King David, the kingdom must be looking for a suitable heir to succeed.
I thought there was a blackout.
My brother Absalom has tried and failed, but I know I can succeed.
Adoniah, you set your hopes too high. Have you spoken to your father, the king?
He has never discouraged me.